policy? Medical marijuana. What are your rights? What is the law? When is it worth the risk? And one local university has placed a vaccine mandate on the students. Now, will others follow? Taking COVID off the curriculum. Trust Wink News, tonight at 6.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach with an update from Week 4 of our 60-day legislative session. This week, we passed House Bill 1 off the House floor. This bill imposes a minimum prison term of 6 months for battery on a police officer. It provides an affirmative defense under Florida law if you injure a rioter who tries to burn or loot your business. And it makes clear that police officers have the ability to enforce the law even if ordered to stand down by local politicians who side with the rioters. I co-sponsored this bill, and my message to business owners and law enforcement officers is loud and clear. I have your back, and I always will. We also passed House Bill 259, which allows you to carry a concealed weapon in church. While President Joe Biden and his Democrat Socialist Party are looking to cancel the Second Amendment from behind their fence in Washington, D.C., here in Florida, we're expanding the Second Amendment. Thank you again for listening, and remember that this is your government, and we work for you. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, Post Office Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
This is The Drive with Trey Rave.
5:05 here on 92.5 Fox News. Trey Radel, your host of The Drive. It is Freestyle Friday. You can call in about anything at all that you want. You got something burning that you want to ask? Have you had enough of this garbage radio show? You want to get something off your chest? This show sucks. And your beliefs in conservatism are terrible. Give us a call, 239-479-5592, 239-479-5592. Let's just start with just complete randomness.
Freedom means you can be a genius and invent new products that make you millions of dollars and helps millions of people. It means you're free to work your way to becoming the first in your family to go to college. It means you're free to reach as high as you want, no matter where you came from, even if you're a little kid sweeping a bar out in Southwest Ohio. Take it from me. You'll never know where you'll end up. That's freedom. I'll raise a glass to that any day. P.S. Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
That's an excerpt from John Boehner's new book, the audio version there, where
I couldn't imagine staying around listening to that for like 4 hours.
I'm telling you, I know I know him pretty well, and he's drinking doing that book. He's having a little wine and reading the book, smoking a cigarette. In fact, I wonder if he negotiated that they had to allow him to smoke in the audio booth to be able to record that. So streaming us now at Church Bitter Gamers, guy sounds like he's had a fifth of something, probably a bottle of wine. That was John Boehner, and it's just so random. I guess he in his book takes a serious issue with Ted Cruz and the way that the House and the Senate were or were not negotiating with each other, and just randomly. I don't know, like if all that's in the book or if that's just an excerpt that they shared that went on the cutting room floor, but they're like, hey, let's put that out there. Or if he just randomly reads chapters about his own life. And what he's saying there is he grew up in Southwest Ohio. He grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio. And one of the things he did growing up was sweep the bar. That's what his dad did. He owned a bar, and that's what he grew up doing. And talking about, I'm just trying to do my best, John Boehner.
It's not bad.
Radel, why don't you come on in with us and have a cigarette and do you smoke? You don't smoke. Whatever. Get out of here. Let's get into the car. Let's go. It's like a cross between somebody with a frog in their throat and Hunter S. Thompson. So, just there sweeping the floor. And by the way, F Ted Cruz. Anyway.
Unlike the lady from CDC, I think that probably was actually off script.
Yeah, that was off script.
This was really off script.
Yes. Callers, we'll get to you. 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592. Speaking of the CDC, let me give you some headlines that have all occurred within about a 5-day stretch here. Breaking: CDC Director Rochelle Walensky warns she feels impending doom with the COVID case trajectory. Quote, right now, I am scared. CDC Director Walensky, our data from the CDC today suggests that vaccinated people do not carry the virus. CDC walks back claim that vaccinated people cannot carry the coronavirus. Breaking: add travel to the activities vaccinated Americans can enjoy again. CDC says fully vaccinated people can travel within the U.S. CDC Director Walensky says despite new travel guidance for vaccinated individuals, people should not travel.
So she says, despite what my department put out, don't do it.
Exactly. And by the way, the other...
There's something else, I'll tell you.
To go back to the Associated Press phrasing of this and the way that other news agencies have phrased it, is the CDC is... They're saying that we can have some limited freedoms again, guys. Oh, sweet. I didn't know that the CDC was in charge of my freedom. Awesome. CDC says that we're allowed to travel again. Yay. The CDC director, her department said that, but she walked it back and said, yeah, I don't think that you should travel. I want to go back to a serious aspect of this, which is that the CDC is saying that vaccinated people might be carrying the coronavirus, and it still is possible that it is contagious, transmissible. Trent there, I just made up a word. That you can have the vaccine. You could get both shots, and the science, well, to use a phrase, isn't settled on that. I once again, if you look at this from multiple angles, where I want to be fair and say, well, the CDC, they're just learning new stuff and giving us new information. I can't buy that. All I can keep pointing to is that a lot of it is not about new information. It's just doing this crap on the fly, not knowing what the hell's going on. But the really nasty aspect of all of this is that the CDC's guidance, along with Democrats, whether you're talking about governors in major states in the United States or now Joe Biden, are telling you to keep your business shut down, to not travel, to not go see your family. They still want everything from the mask mandates to the curfews as much as they can. They want to limit what you do in your own life. And I still am trying to comprehend liberals in this country today who just have so much faith and trust in the government. What a creepy thing. Trust the government. They know exactly what they're doing. And the contradictions go on and on and on. I just read stuff that's just from the past 5 days. CDC director, we are facing impending doom. I'm scared. CDC director, our data suggests that vaccinated people don't even carry the virus. Yay. Next day, CDC walks back the claim, yeah, they can't carry the virus. CDC says, you know what? You can enjoy travel again if you're vaccinated. CDC director, don't travel. This is ludicrous. Call lines are open. Anything at all that you want to talk about. Phone number is 239-479-5592. There's a Freestyle Friday question. Are you and Amy still together? Yes, my wife of a decade. Marty in Estero. What's up, Marty?
Hey, Trey, just wonder if you picked this up during the week, but Fauci did an interview on Sunday, I believe, with CNN, where he said that approving the vaccine was one of the greatest decisions he's ever made. No mention of Trump or Warp Speed program or any of that. It was all Fauci.
Yeah, or if Biden is referencing Donald Trump, it's the other guy. It's ridiculous. It quite frankly, it's childish. No credit to the Trump administration, which truly did jump leaps and bounds to do everything they could to, in fact, do this to appease quite a lot on the left. And, well, it is what it is. Phone number is 239-479-5592. Yay, thanks. The CDC gave me my constitutional rights. LOL. Yeah, it is pretty nuts. Larry in the Cape says, you sure know how to self-promote. No, okay. I don't know what we're promoting. What am I promoting today? I mean, I could. I'll start promoting it.
Unless you're working for the CDC. I don't know what I don't know what you've been promoting. But
I'm happy to just start, pimping out. Hi, I wrote a book. You can find my books on Amazon.com. Got 3 up now. 2 with publishers, 1 self-published.
Oh, maybe he wanted you to promote. Maybe that's what it was.
I don't know. Phone number is 239-479-5592. It's Freestyle Friday. You can ask anything you want. You just say anything you want. I mean, you might get dumped. Ian might cut you off. But you can rant, rave. What did we not cover enough of this week? I'll ask you also. Does the Matt Gaetz story make any sense to you today after I tried to explain it yesterday at this time? By the way, today it only got more convoluted. And it's not even worth going into. Still an investigation into Matt Gaetz, as well as somebody who apparently is trying to extort his family. And it is Freestyle Friday. Phone number is 239-479-5592. Give us a shout. We talk about anything and all that you want. Rant, rave, ask us questions. Tell us how much this show is terrible, where I'm wrong on everything. We love a good debate. 239-479-5592. I'm Trey Radel. We'll be right back.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
So you say the time has finally come. It's here. I can't do it anymore. I can't have my water in my house smelling like chlorine. I just got to stop. I can't handle the hard water stains around my faucets and my shower glass. Make it stop. The water drying out your skin and your hair. Listen, you can. Just make the call. Call right now for your free Pentair water test. Pelican is now Pentair Water Solutions, the pros. And the number is 239-880-7799. Look, chlorine, ugly lime scale, iron. You can do something right now. Give Max a call, a uniformed Pentair water specialist, and he can find and handle your city or well water issues. We know we have them here in Southwest Florida. And look, with the mobile showroom, you can see for yourself that Pentair has both high-performance salt systems and the salt-free solution, too. And salt-free means no lugging in bags of salt. And they can even install your Pentair water system for you. And I'm telling you, you are going to love the way your water tastes from every single faucet and the peace of mind that only a Pentair water system can give you. So call now. Get your free water test. Give Max a call at 239-880-7799 or book online at PelicanWestFL.com.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program, which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
At LMCU, our roots in your community just got a little deeper with the opening of our newest branch in Estero. When you bank with us, you can earn more on your money with our Max checking account and pay less on things like home mortgages and credit cards. We're proud to open our 13th Florida location at 21910 South Tamiami Trail. Our lobbies are open, plus you can schedule an appointment or visit one of our drive-thrus for contactless service. Our branches stretch far and wide for a reason. You. LMCU. You'll love banking here. Equal housing lender, member NCUA, and MLS number 442967.
Glenn Beck at 9 a.m. and Sean Hannity at 3. This is Trey Radel on 92.5 Fox News.
.519 here on 92.5 Fox News. Trey Radel, your host of The Drive. So the MLB is bailing on Georgia. They were supposed to have the All-Star game and the draft out of Atlanta, and they say, no, we're moving because of the new election laws that Georgia has passed. This whole concept that that it's restrictive or racist is total bull. In fact, listen to this. MLB headquarters and their Hall of Fame is located in New York, which has more restrictive voting laws than the state of Georgia. New York only offers 9 days of early voting, 17 in Georgia. They have excuse-only absentee voting, meaning you have to go through some hoops to be able to do a mail-in vote. And by the way, it's illegal to offer food or water to people standing in line to vote. That's one of these things that, first of all of this is the ignorance of America. And it's sad. It's a disservice from the media. It's propaganda from the media, the way that they promote this. And now you've got sporting organizations, which for way too long have been getting way too involved in politics. And it just sucks. You know, they hide under the guise of this, say her name, hashtag end racism. But the reality is that a lot of it is promoting a political agenda. There's no question about it. Black Lives Matter has a political agenda. The left has a political agenda. And in the way that they do it, too, it's just so superficial and shallow. Like, great example. One season, 2 NFL players get arrested for beating the absolute crap out of a woman. One gets beat down and knocked unconscious in an elevator. Next year, what does the NFL do? We're going to wear pink. We support breast cancer. Yay! Hashtag feminism rocks. It's so superficial. Colin Kaepernick takes a knee. Military says you're crapping all over us. What happens the next season? Let's do our end zones in camouflage. We support the military. We love the military. And now with all of the end racism type stuff, how totally insincere. You got a bunch of white kids from Brooklyn working in Midtown Manhattan putting together hashtags about racism. It's not sincere, and it's ignorant. The MLB is moving, again, out of Georgia. They haven't said where they're going. To address this whole concept that the Democrats and the media really hopped on was, you can't give anybody a bottle of water. No, it's political operatives cannot go to a line and start handing out freebies. So look, let me even address Democrats listening right now. If there are a bunch of people in line, and I'm a consultant to a congressional race, a Senate race, or something local, do you want me to go talk with voters, independents, and start giving them free stuff? Say, by the way, you should go vote for this person. And the answer is no. Poll workers, by the way, can give out as much water as they want. Let me get to some calls here. Tom in Fort Myers. Hey, Tom, you're on the drive.
Yes, sir. First of all, regarding the Georgia law, and people need to know that Delaware, where Sleepy Joe was the senator for buku years, has much stricter election laws than what Georgia just passed, number one. Number two, regarding the All-Star game, I've never been a strong proponent of boycotts, but I believe the boycott has already been done by them moving, and I would encourage everybody to boycott the boycotters. Turn off the All-Star game. Don't listen. Don't watch it.
Tom, well said. I appreciate it. Let me go to Marcia in Fort Myers. Hello, you're on the drive.
Hi, Trey.
Hey.
My question is, your call letters for the station are Fox, WFTX 92.5. But for traffic and weather, you use the CBS affiliate, Wink.
This is a great Freestyle Friday question. Yes? Yeah, so if a very weird question, but sure, I'll entertain it. So we are a Fox radio affiliate. When you're an affiliate, think of it like what's the word? A franchise. You know, McDonald's, if you will. That's an easy, prominent example. If you're a fast food franchisee, you know, you say, hey, McDonald's, I'm buying into your business. You're going to supply me with the food. I'll buy it from you. You're going to help me kind of get this off the ground. But I'm going to be ultimately responsible for this restaurant. And so when you're an affiliate, kind of think it that way. We're not owned by Fox. We're not owned by Rupert Murdoch. It's actually a private local family that owns this station. And there is ownership of another station. I can't get into all of the dissections of the various LLCs or corporations or whatever. I'm not going to try to. But we're under the same roof as Wink News. And, you know, we consider them our sister station in news. And so we have their weather come in and their meteorologist delivers the weather here on this station. All that makes sense?
Sure. Cool,
right.
Thanks.
Yep, there you go. And, yeah.
I just want to say one of the biggest misnomers out there, and one of the things I get all the time is like, hey, man, tell me, Fox News tells you guys all the time what you're allowed to say on the radio, don't they?
No, it's actually Sean Hannity. He calls me every day and says,
Sean,
Radel,
you,
this is all you can talk about. Don't you dare mention Matt Gaetz.
And they're like, literally, how much pressure do they put on you guys to cover certain things?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we've never once got a letter here from corporate up there that says, man, you're doing this or you're doing that. It just doesn't happen. We do what we do here. Our ratings are good. They're happy.
Yeah, I've received texts, emails about, why aren't you covering this? You're covering it up. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Have they applied so much pressure on you that you're not allowed to speak about this? I'll talk about anything. And it's Freestyle Friday. You can call us right now about anything. Ask anything at all that you want. Anything. 239-479-5592. Let me get to a call. Let's go to Terry in Naples. Hey, Terry.
Hi, how are you?
All right, what's up?
Nothing, but I just was curious. You have a great deal of experience both in and out of Congress, and you're a great radio personality.
Well, let's not oversell me, Terry.
Well, I expect the money to come through the mail. Anyways, this is a serious question. The question is with all of that experience, I think, what practical things could people do, or states or counties do, to get this culture back toward the middle, toward how it was when we grew up and we had civics classes and we understood what the United States was all about?
Sure. So the most important thing is the obvious thing, which is vote. And I would also really stress to you listening right now that you got to vote in the primary. It's not just about the general election. You have to vote in the primary. And let me translate that right using Ron DeSantis. So Governor DeSantis has done two things here in the state of Florida. Regarding education, he is mandating more civics courses to teach the United States. He has also removed critical race theory, which is a theory I've read several times on air, which essentially says that white people are evil and they control the system, whatever kind of ambiguous statement that is. And so that's just education in one to teach people that America does not suck. I mean, wow, think about that. Oh, that's great. We're not going to teach America sucks anymore. But the other thing is that Ron DeSantis is also doing everything he can to make sure that this state is independent as it should be. We are 50 states. We are a republic. In every state, the beauty of it is they're experiments in democracy, and we do things differently. And Florida has shown how we have kicked ass through this pandemic because of the way that Ron DeSantis handled it. And in fact, that brings me to today, as the Biden administration is talking about vaccine passports, which are very much like the way that Nazi Germany used to ask for papers identifying you. Governor Ron DeSantis has now, with executive order, said that you don't have to do that. You are not going to be forbidden from a business if you don't produce papers. So, look, it's just one example of how important a vote can be, and that is in the primary. You saw Ron DeSantis ran against the guy who. Hey, let me play this out a second here. What if Adam Putnam was governor? Would Putnam have had the cojones to say, no, I'm not shutting down? Ron DeSantis gets flack. Ron is going to be on 60 Minutes, by the way. They are going after him. After him. Ron is a prime target because he is a possible candidate for president and a front runner at that. To go back to Putnam, do you think that Putnam would have done that? I don't. I just don't. What Ron DeSantis did, let's be frank about it. He gambled. I mean, think about the peak of the pandemic when so many of us, even you listening, there were a lot of us, it's like the flu and this and that, and many of us were dismissive, but you start looking around, you're like, oh my gosh, this is serious. And for Governor DeSantis to say, you know what, F it, we're not going to close down, was an enormous gamble. But the way that Ron works is he may not be the best people person. And I just mentioned 60 Minutes. And there's this clip that's going on social media right now where he absolutely comes off as a bit of an aggressive jerk to a reporter with 60 Minutes. And this is going to be on, I guess, this Sunday. I think that's when 60 Minutes airs. And Ron sometimes is not the best people person. Ron is a data guy. Ron looked at what was happening with COVID, looked at the rates of transmission, mortality, and all of that. And he also weighed that with the economy. And Ron processes this stuff in his head, and he just makes a decision. And that's leadership. That's what you want. I fully understand the power of somebody with personality, and I get all that. I've talked a lot on this program about how really crappy and superficial politics can be when you're like, wow, look, that person, first of all, their height. I mean, do you know how important that is just, I guess, unconsciously been for Americans in voting? I'm sorry, I'm not even doing this to offend anybody. Shorter people tend to not win races. It's a fact. The stats bear it all out. But you look and I understand that sometimes people win on personality, the way they look, their family, this and that. Ron, while not always the most friendly, and he can just be very blunt, I think that we're today in society at more of a point where we just appreciate that. We're so sick of the Mitt Romney candidates of the world. Mitt Romney reminds me of Gavin Newsom. I mean, those two are like the same dude. They really are. In fact, I don't even know how much their policies differ and their philosophies differ. And the reality is that they kind of change depending on wherever they're at. If I'm the governor of Massachusetts, I'm going to be a little bit more liberal. When I run for president, Mitt Romney says, what was it? I'm a severe conservative. What the heck does that mean? And then Gavin Newsom. Those types of personalities, I think, are 1990s and early 2000s, and we're kind of done with that type of a well-groomed candidate of, you ask a question, and the type of answer you get has very specific inflections in the way that they talk, the way that they look at you. the way that they take a deep breath and really ponder on what they're going to tell you. Because what they're going to tell you is most of it is just full of stuff. And I think that we in America are just kind of over that. The well-coiffed, so nicely dressed, good-looking, and people just want to be talked to in a real way. I think on the liberal side, unfortunately, they've done a better job with language, with the way that they phrase things, the way that they can emotionally draw out people, and a lot of it is with lies. We're going to take a break. If you want to call in, some phone lines are open. As callers on hold, we'll get to you. And the phone line is 239-479-5592. As you've heard, it's Freestyle Friday. You can call in about anything, including why we have a CBS and a Fox affiliate all together here. Call in about anything you want, including how much you hate the show. 239-479-5592. Trey Radel, you're on the drive.
This news update is presented by Island Air. High-quality AC repair and installation. Online at islandairefl.com.
Wink Weather Authority. Getting cooler as we head into the evening across southwest Florida. Breezy northeast winds at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Temperature steady in the lower 70s. Overnight morning lows, a cool start on your Saturday, bottoming out in the lower 50s. Mid to upper 70s tomorrow afternoon under partly cloudy skies. We'll continue to see a northeast wind at about 15 miles per hour. And for the start of your Easter Sunday morning, expect temperatures to dip into the mid 50s with around 80 degrees for your afternoon high under partly cloudy skies. I'm Wink News meteorologist Greg Rule.
This is 92.5 Fox
It's
News.
a hot afternoon, and you're listening to the news. And now, you're hot under the collar, too. I'm Matt from Island Air. When you choose an AC contractor, you're entrusting that company with the air that you and your family breathe. A healthy unit means a healthier household. Island Air has a long history in Southwest Florida and hundreds of customer reviews that you can see on our website at islandairfl.com, where you will see the Island Air difference. Want to try us out? Our $99 System Saver one-time maintenance is guaranteed. If your AC breaks within 6 months of the maintenance, we will credit the payment towards any repair. Island Air also offers free second opinions. Let us review your quote for any service, replacement, or repair for your peace of mind.
IslandAirFL.com. That's IslandAirefL.com. IslandAirefL.com or call 239-645-4668. That's 239-645-4668. License number CAC 057544.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward with fast, reliable internet on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses and gives you the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at just $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. Call for details.
We invite you to visit United Fidelity Bank Banking Center located at 14241 Metro Parkway in Fort Myers, and let us help you save it, grow it, and enjoy it with our market-leading 12-month CD earning 0.55% APY. Shop and compare rates, and then invest with United Fidelity Bank's 12-month CD that earns 0.55% APY. The difference is United Fidelity Bank. A penalty may be imposed for early withdrawal. Annual percentage yield current as of 3/17/2021. This minimum deposit of $1,000 required to open CD. 12-month CD renews automatically.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Want to see your loan options, adjust payments, and closing costs online in real time? Rocket can.
People say they don't like going to the dentist, but what they mean is they don't like the discomfort. Dr. Alan Rembos at smilesbyrembos.com understands. Dr. Rembos uses computerized anesthetic delivery, resulting in 50% fewer injections. And Dr. Rembos places and restores implants, eliminating delays, additional costs, and no running around. New patients and emergencies usually seen within 24 hours. Cosmetic treatment often completed in 1 to 2 weeks. Read the reviews at smilesbyrembos.com. Offices in Marco, Naples, Sanibel, and Fort Myers.
I've been asked, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Trey Rave is on 92.5 Fox News.
It's Freestyle Friday. Let's get to your calls. 239-479-5592. Wendy in Fort Myers. Hello, Wendy. You're on the drive.
Hello. How are you today?
Hey, all right. How you doing?
Good.
Well, what's going on? What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah, what's up?
Just going by the pool. Hopefully it'll get warm enough.
Going by the pool? Cool.
Yeah, no work.
You have a pool? Your pool or?
No, I'm going to my mother's pool. So
nice.
Yeah, she lives in the community, so we're going to hang out there and have a, Easter and everything. So I'm looking forward to no masks.
Good stuff.
Hopefully.
A no mask weekend by the pool.
Yes.
All right. Definitely. What's up, Wendy? What you calling in about?
I just heard you talking about Governor DeSantis, and he gets a lot of slack from people out of our state. And when they come to our state, because they visit, because that's what we want them to do. We want people to come here. But they tend to complain because we do not wear masks like other people have to go when they're outside and wear it. But then why are they here? Why are they complaining? Go back to where you came from. Not to be mean, but, I think Governor DeSantis has done a great job here, and he needs to be really recognized. And hopefully he's going to be our next president because he did a great job. And I don't think he's that rude either. I think he just, like you said, he says what he wants to say, and that's it. He doesn't sugarcoat it.
Yep. Well said, Wendy. I appreciate it. Let me go to Scott in the Cape. Hey, Scott.
Hey, how you doing, Trey?
All right. What's up?
Hey, just wanted to make a comment about this 60 Minutes hit piece that's coming on Sunday. No matter what the spin is with this hit piece, there's the fact that the other two large pharmacies, CVS and Walgreens, they committed early to the rollout of the vaccines with the nursing homes, with the federal government, under the federal government's program. And Walmart flat out refused to do any vaccines because they said they weren't ready. That left Publix as the only one that could help roll out this vaccine because, quite frankly, DeSantis knew that a lot of these counties just were not really getting off to a good start on getting our vaccines into people's arms.
Yep. By the way, he met with local county commissioners, mayors, and more. And when he would have these discussions with them, they agreed that Publix was just the best option. It's there. It's got the infrastructure to be able to handle it, to do so, versus government trying to get set up something that they've never done before, having people in and out, and it just fit. So it wasn't just Ron DeSantis making this decision. Go ahead.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So they're going to come out with some sort of pay-to-play accusation on this when, I don't know about the details or anything about that. All I know is DeSantis really didn't have much of a choice if he wanted to start there and start to get these people vaccinated. Publix was the logical choice, just like what you said. So I just want people to remember that when they're listening to all the crap on Sunday night.
And Scott, that said, let me also talk about how and why people contribute to campaigns. I don't know if Publix contributed at all in any way to Andrew Gillum. It's possible. I'd be curious to find that out. But probably more to the Republican candidate because Publix supports free market capitalism. They don't want arbitrary mandates like minimum wage. That, by the way, Publix is like a great example of how, of course, Publix pays a very different number in the city of Miami versus rural Hendry County. It's economics. In Miami, you can't find a place for freaking 500 square feet for less than, I don't know, $1,500 a month. You go to any rural area in the state of Florida, and my gosh, you get a 2,000 square foot apartment or home for half of what it is in the Miami area. Basic economics. So they contribute. They're not. See, here's the problem. When you donate to a campaign, like, it doesn't matter. If you get something favorable to your industry, even if you haven't lobbied for it at all, then you're just going to be blamed for it. Like, oh, well, you contributed. Publix would have contributed no matter what, whether or not there was a COVID-19. They're supporting Ron DeSantis because they support his philosophies, his ideas, and not Andrew Gillum, the Democratic Socialist, the open Democratic Socialist. So, this is just the reality of donating money. So you could probably look at some other example. Here's one. I guarantee you, if you went into Andrew Gillum's filings running for governor and where he received money, you would undoubtedly find a lot of contributions from some form of alternative energy, wind or solar, this or that. Andrew Gillum, based on the left's policies and philosophies, they're going to do something that incorporates some kind of often failing system that really doesn't make financial sense to do some sort of alternative energy, implement it in some way, shape, or form. It's like Joe Biden right now. What is he doing in the infrastructure bill he's proposing that really has nothing to do with infrastructure at all? Getting the government to have all new fleets of cars, all electric. Does that make sense? It's a huge investment up front. I mean, again, this is just something to do. So because either a car company or somebody with a car company or an industry donated him, is that pay to play? No. Joe Biden's Democrat. He can get away with anything that he wants. Let's take another call here on Gates and Cuomo. Red in Naples. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, Trey Daddy? All right. Hey, just a quick question for you, sir. So all this stuff surrounding Mr. Gates, what happened to Andrew Cuomo?
Yeah, it's old news.
Don't we hear anything about that?
Yeah, we get to switch the news. Yeah, I mean, CNN certainly isn't reporting much on Cuomo. MSNBC won't, because they're all in bed with him being, New York based, and Andy's a Democrat, and Gates is the salacious story of the day. And
yes, sir. Hey, just one more thing, Trey Dog. When we develop these electric cars, the material it makes to make these batteries, doesn't that have to be mined out of somewhere?
Yeah, that's a great point. There's all sorts of other environmental issues that come with this. Microcosm of what we're talking about, Red, would be when you look at Starbucks said, we're getting rid of plastic straws. Oh, wow. So brave, so bold. Well, guess what? Since they get rid of straws, they then create these plastic tops that go over the cups, and they actually increase the amount of plastic that they're using as a corporation every single year. Mike in the Cape. Hey, Mike.
Trey, man. Boy, howdy. Hey, listen, when it comes to state of Georgia and MLB stating they're moving because of the legislation that was passed, does the state of Georgia, can they sue MLB for slander? Because what they claim can be proven highly wrong.
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I've never played one on TV either, but I don't know. The Atlanta Braves, by the way, who are probably going to have to change their name given all the pressure. The Atlanta Braves, soon to be the Atlanta Baseball Club, actually objected to the MLB very publicly and said you should not be leaving here. They did give some kind of BS statement like, what we should be doing is talking more about these laws. We thought we'd encourage dialogue. But, you know, what the MLB has done is, again, like we see so many industries and corporations doing, they're caving to a hashtag. And I'm not even meaning that in a smart ass way. I really cannot stress enough how these corporations and industries and thought leaders pay attention to Twitter and take it seriously. It is a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the population. And it, by the way, is filled with a lot of people who are extreme in one way or another. Maybe not even in their real lives outside of the digital world, but when they're on the digital platform, they're insane people, totally nuts. And that people are focused on these people. The Twitter mob. And the Twitter mob undoubtedly pushed the MLB out of Georgia. I would also note that the MLB, which is based in New York, Hall of Fame in New York, has way stricter laws than Georgia. Jerome and Estero. Hey, Jerome, you're on the drive on this Freestyle Friday. What's your question or comment?
Hey, Trey, haven't heard anything lately about it, but maybe you know, but what's the status of the ASCAR Byron Donalds civil suit? Do you know anything? I know civil suits usually take a long time anyway.
Yeah. So let me first just kind of, man, it's been a while since I talked about this. And with the way that news moves today, I feel like that was like a lifetime ago. Wow. We had an election. I forgot about that, Jerome. Let me just recap everything because that is a pretty monumental story. So on primary day, a text went out saying that Byron Donalds had dropped out of the race. And it wasn't true. Whoever did this text really went a few extra miles. It was 2 different phone numbers it was sent from to Republican primary voters as far as we've identified. And they even set up like a fake YouTube channel. They utilized Byron's image and said it was his own words. And this is all fake. That day, Byron dominated the news. Byron that morning blamed Casey Escar. And Byron then ended up winning the race by a really tight margin. The Escar campaign, well, actually, I'm going to correct myself technically here. Casey Escar is an individual, then opened up a civil suit suing Byron Donalds for, and I hope I have all this legalese right, defamation. And he does this. And the reality is he's not suing him for a monetary amount. Casey Escar is a very successful self-made guy who, I don't know his net worth, but I'm sure it's in the tens and tens of millions. Because what Escar is alleging is that Byron Donalds or someone Byron knows may have put that text out themselves and defamed him that morning. So he sues, and because Escar is in one way or another indicating that they believe that Byron Donalds may be behind the fake text, that what they're doing is utilizing a civil suit to obtain subpoenas to begin to look into where the texts came from, who funded them. And the last I saw, there were some Collier County documents of that they had begun to make contact with these companies, but I don't think that there are any IP addresses or anything found yet. But that ball is rolling, and potentially. So whether or not the FBI will not confirm or deny whether or not they're investigating this. And let me talk about that really quickly. Look, it may not seem like a big deal of fake text, but damn it, it is. This is something that could have potentially altered 4 men's lives. Byron Donalds, Dane Eagle, Casey Asghar, and William Fiegelstaller. Fiegel, though, he was pretty far back. But when you see this kind of a fake text go out, it alters the race. There is no question about it. Which way does it alter it? You could look at it one way and say, man, Byron got screwed because people showed up and they wouldn't have voted for him because they thought he dropped out. Flip that argument and say, Byron Donalds dominated the news. The news ran it all day long. Byron Donalds not dropping out. Byron's not dropping out. He blames Casey Asghar. Casey Asghar did this. You could flip that and say cost votes for Asghar and gained for Byron. So however you want to choose, I don't care. I'm just laying out the story. But Jerome, sorry, that's my long rant and answer. That's what I got for you. Any other questions?
Yeah, no, that's good, and it dovetails what you said earlier about primaries being so very important in that race. You know, the person who won the Republican primary was basically going to be our next representative, and
absolutely
now to see Byron Donalds all over Fox News everywhere.
Yep, yeah. There's no question Byron's doing just a great job. Byron is as you know, he's the vote's rock solid conservative, and has done a phenomenal job. No question about it. So it'll be interesting to see, though, just to wrap all this up, with the FBI neither confirming or denying that there's an investigation, you could potentially see the civil suit reveal more information before any kind of FBI investigation. If the FBI is checking it, I would hope that the FBI is, by the way, because this is truly the definition of election interference, misinformation, disinformation. It is election tampering. We'll be right back. This is The Drive.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
All right. This is Ian, producer Ian, here on The Drive. And I'm here with Katrina, and this is The Drive with Trey Radel on 92.5 Fox News. And we actually have to do this little piece right here because if the music plays in the background of the Fox Business Report and YouTube actually flags our video, as stupid as that sounds. So we just talk over this, give you guys some information, and make it easier for you to find us online. This is The Drive with Trey Radel, and happy Friday to everybody. We're on every weekday from 5 to 7 with Freestyle Open Line Fridays. And we're on 92.5 Fox News all over Southwest Florida, 92.5 FM. You can also watch us and you can comment, Facebook.com/official Trey Radel and Facebook.com/925 Fox News. You can also watch and comment and listen to us at YouTube.com/Trey Radel and at Trey Radel on Twitter. If you're in the local area, when you get home, you can continue to listen to the show once you walk in your house by using your air antenna on your TV and tuning to 11-5. If it doesn't work, retune your channels, research for your channels again. But that's 11-5. That's Wink is 11-1, and then you just go down from that. You'll see a number of our radio stations there. And the TuneIn app, you can go to the TuneIn app and put it in your phone or your any device, and then save 92.5 Fox News as your favorite, and it will come up every time you pull it up. You can also text us at 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592. That's the best way to get your comment in front of us. That comes up on all the different screens in the different rooms here. And you can also call us at 239-479-5592. Give us a call now at 239-479-5592. We've got a couple lines open. Anything goes today. Anything at all that you want to talk about goes today. So give us a call. This is The Drive with Trey Radel on 92.5 Fox News in Southwest Florida. We'll be back in just over 1 minute. Don't go anywhere.
Nissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
Hi, doctor.
So how are you feeling?
With Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, be seen by your Millennium healthcare provider in the comfort of your home from your computer, smartphone, or tablet.
So good to see you.
Call your Millennium doctor's office or 844-CALL-MPG to request a virtual visit with the care team who knows you best.
I'll talk to you soon.
Millennium's telehealth service, MPG Connect. Your doctor, your device, your connection to a healthier life.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Trey Radel is on 92.5 Fox News.
Oh, we got just about a minute left. We get to a call here. Mary Ellen in Naples. Hello, you're on the drive.
Hello?
Hello, Mary Ellen.
Hey, how are you, Trey? You know what? I was listening to you when you first went to Washington, long time ago. Was I listening to you? Were you on the radio then?
Yes. Yes,
right.
I was, yes.
Yep. So anyway, can I talk to you about what's bothering me?
Sure, Mary Ellen, go for it.
Everything. I can't believe what's going on in our country. I'm ready for a nervous breakdown. I can't stand it anymore. They're ruining our country. And there were however many people that voted for Trump. Where are they? I'm sitting at home every day. I'm listening to what's going on. What they're throwing 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds over the wall. I mean, it's disgusting. And I can't, you know what I want to do? I want to start a tea party, or I want to get a whole bunch of people together and have us make signs and stand outside. And so we have some type of letting the Democrats that don't listen to facts or don't know what's going on, maybe they'd start to know what was going on. I can't stand it anymore. And neither can any of my friends. I'm 70 years old. I'm so frustrated.
I hear you, Mary Ellen. And
It breaks my heart.
I am as well. And I try to express it without losing my damn mind on radio every day and try to be, hopeful. But, in terms of what you can do, so much of it comes back to voting. If you want to go on a street corner and put up a sign, sure you can. A lot of times, though, I mean, if you have friends or family that vote with liberal Democrats, just talk with them. Ask them why. One thing I often do, you go to a liberal Democrat who sits there and says, we need the government to just be doing more. We need the government to take over our economy. We need the government to run our health care. And before I even get into that conversation, I ask you, do you think the government does a good job with your money? No. Do you think the government does a good job with our schools? No. And now you want them to get involved in life and death decisions between you and your doctor? I mean, this is nuts.
I know.
But when you lay things out, sometimes, if you can change a mind or two, it's a good thing. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. 6 o'clock hour up next. Ian, Katrina, I've got at least a request here. Give us Trek trivia of the day, but specifying here, Next Generation, please. You got anything? Are you? Did you roll your eyes at Next Generation?
Yeah, it's all right.
Is that the one with Picard?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's just not my favorite.
No? Oh, Katrina's taking issue with that. I'm going to let these two fight. Maybe they'll duke it out on air when we come back. Hey, it's Freestyle Friday. Call in about anything you want. Usually after 6 o'clock, some people have been sipping on a little bit of Grandpa's Nectar, had a few drinks. And if you want to call in and tell us how much the show sucks, we love that. Anything that maybe we disagree on, debate, I'd love it. I'm open to it. or anything that we have not covered, anything you want to rant and rave about, ask anything. It's Freestyle Friday, 239-479-5592. That's 239-479-5592.
This is 92.5 Fox
Wink Weather Authority.
Getting cooler as we head into the evening across southwest Florida. Breezy northeast winds at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Temperature steady in the lower 70s. Overnight morning lows, a cool start on your Saturday, bottoming out in the lower 50s. Mid to upper 70s tomorrow afternoon under partly cloudy skies. We'll continue to see a northeast wind at about 15 miles per hour. And for the start of your Easter Sunday morning, expect temperatures to dip into the mid 50s with around 80 degrees for your afternoon high under partly cloudy skies. I'm Wink News meteorologist Greg Rule.
NCH Heart Institute is home to the most experienced and most dedicated team of physicians and nurses in Southwest Florida. Over the past 30 years, NCH Heart Institute has mastered the quality, the care, and the holistic patient experience that can only be found within a nationally ranked heart institute. Caring for a patient, mind, heart, and body. That's the cornerstone of our critical care team, which ranks in the top 2% of all hospitals in America.
NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
Hello, Florida. This is Representative Bob Rommel with this week's interesting Florida fact. We understand the link between transportation and the economy. In 1912, Henry Flagler completed the East Coast Railway, linking St. Augustine to Key West. This railway paved the way for Florida to become the world's top tourist destination. In 1914, the world's first passenger aircraft operated between St. Petersburg and Tampa. Now with more than 60 airports, Florida services over 80 million passengers every year. That's real infrastructure. Unlike Joe Biden's infrastructure plan that's a big cover-up for the Green New Deal, radical climate change, with over $1 trillion in pricing. So just in time for Easter, I'd say Joe Biden's infrastructure plan is nothing more than a rotten egg. Florida, a modern world-class infrastructure place, no radical climate agenda, and no income tax. Let's keep it that way. Paid by Bob Rommel, Republican for State Representative.
Tonight, April 2nd on Wink News at 6. Would you put your job at risk if you are in chronic pain? Taking medical marijuana may be legal in Florida, but against your employee policy. Medical marijuana. What are your rights? What is the law? When is it worth the risk? And one local university has placed a vaccine mandate on the students. Now, will others follow? Taking COVID off the curriculum. Trust Wink News tonight at 6.
So you say the time has finally come. It's here. I can't do it anymore. I can't have my water in my house smelling like chlorine. I just got to stop. I can't handle the hard water stains around my faucets and my shower glass. Make it stop. The water drying out your skin and your hair. Listen, you can. Just make the call. Call right now for your free Pentair water test. Pelican is now Pentair Water Solutions, the pros. And the number is 239-880-7799. Look, chlorine, ugly lime scale, iron. You can do something right now. Give Max a call, a uniformed Pentair water specialist, and he can find and handle your city or well water issues. We know we have them here in Southwest Florida. And look, with the mobile showroom, you can see for yourself that Pentair has both high-performance salt systems and the salt-free solution, too. And salt-free means no lugging in bags of salt. And they can even install your Pentair water system for you. And I'm telling you, you are going to love the way your water tastes from every single faucet and the peace of mind that only a Pentair water system can give you. So call now. Get your free water test. Give Max a call at 239-880-7799 or book online at pelicanwestfl.com.
Your 9-year-old car just hit 100,000 miles. You don't know whether to smile and pat the dash with pride or to cry because your trade-in value just went down even further and you're so ready for an upgrade. Don't cry. Bring it to Naples Nissan and get the full original MSRP for it. That's right. Whatever your trade-in was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's what Naples Nissan will give you for it. And voila, you get to drive home in a brand new Nissan. All vehicle types, all vehicle brands, regardless of where you bought it from or if you bought it new or used. If your trade-in is a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan today. Get full details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
This is 92.5 Fox News. This is The Drive with Trey Rave.
It's 6:07 here on 92.5 Fox News. Trey Riddle, your host of The Drive. A few news items to update you on. Capitol Police officer is dead, another wounded after a car rammed into a barrier today. The immediate speculation among some prominent people on the left on social media was that it was Trump insurrectionists, white supremacy at its finest. And in fact, it's an African-American male who is a devout follower of the Nation of Islam, specifically Louis Farrakhan. Derive what you will. He rammed into the barrier, came out with a knife, they shot him, and the suspect was killed. So, now that you know all that, you probably won't see much more of it on the news tonight. No joke. I mean, let me ask you, have you heard about what happened outside of the Washington, D.C. baseball park there? A 13 and 15-year-old girl carjacked an Uber Eats driver, and they tased him, used a taser, tried to take his car. They hit the gas. He was still in that front driver's seat with the girl, and they killed him. The door smashed and killed him. You don't know that name either. Why? It doesn't fit the narrative. You're going to see George Floyd all week, for weeks to come. I don't even know how long the trial will last. But you don't know about that driver who is from the Middle East, an immigrant here to the United States. He was in his 60s, made some extra dough doing Uber Eats, and was killed by a 13 and 15-year-old to a 13-year-old girl, a 15-year-old girl. And you just heard about what happened at the Capitol today. It was on lockdown for a while. Phone lines are open. 239-479-5592. It's Freestyle Friday, and we are taking your calls on anything at all that you want to talk about. Did we miss something this week? Do you still need clarity on the Gates story? Have you paid attention to that? I'm kind of curious about that, because what a weird story all of that is. What do you want to talk about? Ask anything. Phone number is 239-479-5592. Mary in Naples. Hello, Mary. You're on the drive.
Hello, Trey.
Hello.
Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday. Listen, I just wanted to bring up one more time the two children that were thrown over the wall. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because it horrified me to hear the press secretary say, I think that they were checked out. And thank God that, or I shouldn't say thank God, but thankfully they were, picked up by the Border Patrol. And but the problem is this: if it was President Trump, under President Trump, this happened, you would definitely hear everybody screaming and yelling, "Why did this happen under President Trump? Why did these children get thrown over the walls? Where are these children? Were they taken to the hospital? Were they x-rayed? Are they under good care? I mean, what is checked out? They're okay. I mean, the whole world saw this, and since nobody knows these children, they'll never know them. It's kind of like, let's just brush them under the rug too and move on. And I'm just sick of the hypocrisy.
Mary, I agree. I mean, the entire way that the story's being covered is the border. Actually, the framing is the border crisis. The reality, though, is how many women and children are dying on their way here before they get to the border? Because the Biden administration.
Yep. Sorry.
No, they're incentivizing young people to face potential death, kidnapping, human trafficking, rape. It's horrible.
Yes, it sure is. And that the sad thing is they're sweeping it under the rug. Did you see any actual concern or care in that lady's face when she said, I saw that, and they were checked out? We're talking about, if you ask me, that is beyond torture. These are two little toddlers being thrown over a wall, dropped on the ground. How tall is the wall? How high is the wall?
I don't know offhand.
Okay. Imagine.
Look, kids are getting tossed over it. It's terrible. Mary, I hear you. I agree. It's Donald Trump's fault. Just ask the Biden administration. Phone lines are open for anything at all that you want to talk about. Ask anything, say anything, pop off on something. 239-479-5592. Star Trek Next Gen Trivia. This goes out to our streamer on Twitch, Bitter Gamers. What do you got, man?
The only person on Next Generation to play himself.
I think I know that. Was it Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No. No.
Okay. Hold on. Let me think. There was somebody on Star Trek, The Next Generation, who played. You already indicated it's a male himself.
Yes, I did.
All right,
I gave that away.
You did. See, you got to listen to language. Let's see. Who would have played themselves?
It was just in one episode, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know why. I thought Bill Nye the Science Guy. I thought he was on. He's done all these appearances.
He played himself in a Stargate episode, Atlantis. That could have been what you were thinking.
All right.
But anyway, in an episode in the sixth season, Commander Data has a poker game in the holodeck with...
Hold on now. Okay, so a poker game.
With Albert Einstein and with
Elon
Isaac
Musk.
Newton.
Not Elon. No, it's way before Elon Musk's time.
And Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, plays himself.
Ha!
And he's the only person in 7 seasons and the movies to ever play himself in Star Trek The Next Generation.
There you have it.
There's your trivia for the day.
How about you give us another one from the original series? Let me go to Brenda in Fort Myers. Brenda calling about John Boehner. Hey, Brenda.
Hi, Trey.
Hey.
Love your show.
Thank you.
There is no way I could read a boring book written by Boehner. However, I'm considering buying the audio book. Now, you seem to be familiar with Boehner, through your time in Congress. And I wondered, is he going to be crying a lot through that audio version?
Coughing?
No, crying.
What? Oh, crying. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he, if I could see. So John Boehner is a very emotional man who gets choked up very easily. I mean, I could just name sometimes I've seen him cry. Like, there was when the Pope came to him just giving interviews. He was actually, sorry, this is so bad. I'm laughing at the poor man crying, but he was on an interview on the Golf Channel and he cried. I don't know if they keep that in there in the book. I will tell you that while I did not always agree with John Boehner's style as Speaker of the House, or agree with all of his legislative goals or philosophies, I love the man. He is a really good guy. And he was very good to me, and I still consider him a friend. I haven't seen him in a while, but we did have lunch. I don't know, maybe before COVID. But yeah,
Okay,
So let me just say this, Brenda, about the book. And Brenda's calling because you've been listening for the long haul here, Brenda. Earlier, I played a clip of Boehner doing his audiobook, and the reality is you didn't hear that. So yeah, John Boehner has a sense of humor. And I would imagine that he deploys that throughout the book. But what Boehner's going to do in the book, this is just my assumption and just little clips that I've read, is really lay out kind of the taking of the House in 2010. And the way that John Boehner sees things is going to be different than probably a lot of you listening and me. I mean, I at times was a problem for him in the way that I voted or would not vote his way. But he really picks on Ted Cruz in particular. And, Boehner says things like, he lays the blame sometimes on Republicans for saying they would never work with Obama. And why would Obama work with a bunch of people who believe that he was a Kenyan-born Muslim who hates America? And there is a little bit of truth to the way that some people even in the House think about or thought about Barack Obama. In the other clip I read, though, he undoubtedly lays some blame on Barack Obama and how condescending he was. And let me just share the only time I've met Barack Obama. I was, Barack Obama, the president of the United States, came to speak with just the Republicans of the House. excuse me, and he comes. And look, again, y'all know me. I love to talk with people. I love to learn from people. I will get along with anybody. You throw me in a foreign country where I don't speak the language or people barely speak English, and I'll find ways to hang out, have fun, get to know people, whatever. And I can do that even if I radically disagree with someone's stances, philosophies, or whatever. And so when President Obama came to the House, I got there early. And I wanted to meet him. And what, like if you meet somebody, you want to connect with them in some way. And so you look for a commonality. And I lived in Chicago for years. And I would often go to this very famous, well, I don't know how famous it is, but a fairly famous place called the Checkerboard Lounge, which is one of the most amazing blues clubs that is not in the touristy area of Chicago. And go see incredible live music. And it was great. And anyway, I just went. So when he comes in, I shake his hand and say, hey, it's nice to meet you. I lived in Chicago for years, used to hang out in the district that you represented and just tried to BS with the guy. And he just wasn't having it. He would not look me in the eye. He gave me a limp-wristed handshake and just was an ass, was just a pompous ass. And it was really disappointing for me. Like, I don't understand that. But I will tell you, I'm not going to name this person, but there is a very prominent Democrat who you've seen on the news over and over and over, who said that, yeah, Barack Obama is worse than a university professor. He is condescending, he's pompous, he's arrogant, and he doesn't want to talk with anybody unless you're Jay-Z, an NBA player, or you have some sort of super high statute in society as either a CEO, billionaire that can give him money or whatever. And if you're not any of those, if you don't fit those categories, Barack Obama doesn't have time for you. And that was his own party saying that about him. Let me go to Earl. Is this in Oklahoma? Hey, what's up, Earl? No, Earl. Hello, Earl. Nothing. Bye. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Phone lines are open. It's Freestyle Friday, and you can call in about anything and all that you want. And when we come back, Ian, you got some Star Trek original series trivia. You get to ask another question, too. If she doesn't know the answer, let's see if she can get it. Phone number is 239-479-5592. Call in about anything and all that you want. Anything. Ask anything. Say anything. What do we not do right? What do we not cover? What do you want to hear? What do you want to pop off on? 239-479-5592.
This is 92.5 Fox
Why wait for
News.
so-called one-time refund relief from big insurance companies when you can get the best prices and coverages all day, every day, all year round from Chapman Insurance Group? Hi, this is Brian Chapman, and my team is committed to finding you the most efficient coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's pest prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
The only thing worse than hiring no law firm after your injury is hiring the wrong law firm. And there are so many of them. When thousands of people call us every year asking to help them change law firms and hire us instead, I wonder why they ever called the other firm in the first place. They were smart to switch before it was too late. You only get one day in court. You know who has the resources and results to fight to handle your claim. And the big insurance company on the other side, they know it too. They know us well. You have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. Walk our way. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
NCH Heart Institute is home to the most experienced and most dedicated team of physicians and nurses in Southwest Florida. Over the past 30 years, NCH Heart Institute has mastered the quality, the care, and the holistic patient experience that can only be found within a nationally ranked heart institute. Caring for a patient, mind, heart, and body. That's the cornerstone of our critical care team, which ranks in the top 2% of all hospitals in America. NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
Glenn Beck at 9 a.m. and Sean Hannity at 3. This is Trey Radel on 92.5 Fox News.
6:24 here on 92.5 Fox News on this Freestyle Friday. We just introduced, at the request of Bitter Gamers, streaming us on Twitch, trivia on Star Trek. This time the original series. Does Katrina know the answer?
I don't know.
I mean, what I'm getting at is, have you already told her the answer?
No, I didn't.
All right, go for it. What you got?
When they originally pitched the original series to NBC back in the mid-'60s, do you know what other science fiction show won out for NBC that year over Star Trek?
I've got a guess.
Go ahead.
Do you?
Yeah, she's right. Lost in Space.
I was Danger Will Robinson.
Yes.
I didn't know the name
Yes.
of it. I was going to say Danger Will Robinson.
NBC actually looked at Star Trek's pilot. They looked at the Gene and that Desilu brought there, and they looked at the one that was pitched for Lost in Space, and they felt that Lost in Space was just going to be a much better televition show.
I didn't really like Lost in Space. The costumes
Yeah,
were
most
too
people did, and that was the
exaggerated and very
problem.
cheesy.
Have you
and-
watched the new one on Netflix?
I have not.
I think it's Netflix.
It came
Netflix.
out on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet. I was just so disappointed
It's okay.
by the original that I'm just like, why bother?
Well, the problem with Lost in Space right off the bat is, okay, let's launch mom and dad with their kids into space, and dad's in charge and mom's second in command. It's like that would never happen.
Right.
That's actually contrary to everything we know about everything in the universe. That would never happen. Because you cannot make command decisions when it's your whole family on the flying saucer, okay?
Yeah.
I can't believe they chose that over Star Trek.
I know, and they chose that over Star Trek. Luckily, they went over to NBC, and NBC actually picked it up, where CBS took
the
a pass.
concept.
And you know what's funny? CBS now owns it now. Today.
That's true.
So they ended up getting it.
I never watched the original series. I mean, maybe if I'm flipping through the channels, I've seen clips of the old one.
I mean, nobody's perfect.
Danger Will Robinson. I watched all of the new one, and the concept is that, at least in the new series, I believe that it may have been redone or rebooted, and they rewrote a lot of it. But the concept was that they were on this mothership that their small ships were attached to, and they get thrown into some kind of black hole-ish thing that sends them in their own ship where the families have. That spaceship gets thrown out, so they're commanding their own ship as mother, father, and the children.
When they rewrote it for the rewrite, it made a lot more sense, where they were family units and these were going to be their homes. They were just going to drop out of the ship.
To get to,
they
by
did
the
their
way,
best to soften the ignorance of the original concept.
And it was to get to our closest star, which is actually Alpha Centauri, and that's what they keep citing in the movie or in the Netflix series. And still, that's like, let's keep talking.
Okay,
your commercials.
Turn that music off.
Commercials.
You don't need that.
Callers, I get to hear in just a second. So Alpha Centauri is our closest star, We don't know whether or not we know that there are planets around it. It's actually a 2-star system that you've got 2 stars that are fairly close to each other. Yeah. And there are planets there. We just don't know whether or not we could live on them. Whether or not they're in what's often referred to as the Goldilocks zone, which is they determine that based on the size, heat of the star, the distance of a planet to it, and judge whether or not it could be Earth-like simply on those measurements. But with today's fastest technology, this number's off the top of my head, fastest technology that we have today to get to the closest star to us and the planets surrounding it would take something like 75,000 years.
Yeah. If we could travel instantly at the speed of light and instantly stop at the other end, it would still take just shy of 5 years.
That's insane.
And that's at the speed of light. We are a long way. If we did took our fastest ship and we literally burned an unlimited amount of fuel and then stopped halfway through, turned around and burned an unlimited amount of fuel to stop ourselves going, it would still we're still hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years away.
Wow.
So it's really until we can cross the threshold and get up into the multiples of light speed, I really don't see how we can ever do this. At least not with without some kind of suspended animation or something.
That's one of those aliens that have been visiting us, or those spaceships come and pick us up. Yeah. Let's see. Come on, Marco Rubio, get on that. Clifford in Lehigh. What's up, Clifford? You're on the drive.
Hi, Trey. Good day. Pleasure to chat with you.
Cool. Good to have you on,
I was wondering. I'm not a listener all the time, but I was wondering how somebody that's such a
Stop. Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Why aren't you listening every single day, Clifford?
I'm actually too busy solar powering Southwest Florida.
All right, man.
So,
cool.
I'm working on that.
So what's up? What you calling about?
With your pseudo-libertarian, aspects and everything, I wonder why I haven't heard you mention Bitcoin. It's one of the
I've talked about Bitcoin.
Free market. Oh, okay, I just haven't heard it. Pardon me. I haven't heard it all the time.
Yeah,
but
the government wants control of Bitcoin. Right. They are going to do whatever they can to get their hands into it, and so Bitcoin. I look at Bitcoin. Very, and speaking in big picture here in general, like I look at the internet, I don't want the government involved at all. I don't want any kind of government involvement, any oversight anymore at all. That's it. Period. And with Bitcoin, it should remain an unregulated deal. That's it.
Oh, and I completely agree with you. I mean, it's the fullest free market concept that we have for monetary capabilities, plus the greatest way that people can take advantage of moving have upward mobility. It's like, the next gold rush. But, I mean, I was just surprised I hadn't heard about it a little more frequently with the types of gains it's had recently and everything. Because I actually run the largest crypto meetup in the world.
I got to say, it is a little crazy how at times we become a meme economy where you've got Elon Musk who just will tweet out a meme and then suddenly, what's the coin, not dog, or Doge coin or whatever it is?
Some people call it doggy coin.
Yeah, that overnight after Elon Musk puts out one tweet, its value goes up 1,000%. I think there's a lot of volatility there and risk, but great, cool, fine. I don't care. I am a thorough, consistent believer that you should be able to do what you want with your own money. And I think one of the greatest subjects to riff on about that is just the absolute hypocrisy when it comes to laws on gambling. I mean, this government, this state government telling you, like on the Republican side, gambling is morally wrong and we shouldn't allow it in the state. Yet they're taking your tax dollars and advertising to you to go gamble on their system, the lotto. Yes, Trey, but that's for the kids. And we know when it's for the kids, it's all good. Cheryl in North Fort Myers. Hey, Cheryl.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I'm from Texas. I moved here a couple of years ago, and the Muslim guys, terrorists, are causing havoc over here in America. Well, there's a Muslim compound in Sweeney, Texas, about 4 miles from ConocoPhillips and Chevron refinery. which has tripled in size in the past 5 years. And they've actually had somebody die over there. It was in the paper, and nobody's allowed to go over there, the police or nobody. And you know, and because it's a religion, so they don't pay any taxes. Nobody's allowed to go in there, the police or nobody. They're 4 miles from a refinery, and I was just wondering what everybody's got to think about all that.
Crazy. Sounds crazy in many different ways. Phone number is 239-479-5592. Call in about anything. As you see, Freestyle Friday, including random things on Texas. I ain't got a clue about. Police can go and investigate what they want when they want at times. There are certain areas where they'll be a little bit more gentle when it comes to investigating within churches, this and that, but they still have jurisdiction. When it comes to taxes, churches are 501c3s, and so they are nonprofits. And whether you're talking about, a Jewish temple, a mosque, a church, it's all 501c3. So that's the tax structure there. This is The Drive. I'm Trey Radel. We'll be right back.
This is 92.5 Fox
Trey
News.
Radel, your host of The Drive here. In studio with us, Dr. Michael P. Varvaris, who you can visit online, michaelpvarvarismd.com, to talk to us a little bit, well, like Salt and Pepper sang, let's talk about sex, baby. But specifically, Dr. Varvaris, talk to us about what you do for men and hormones.
Well, first off, hormones move around in the blood, but they work in the tissues. So what really matters is the tissue level and not the blood level. Now, when you're taking testosterone, whether it's a tablet or an injection or a cream or a pellet, the blood level is pretty much worthless. Most doctors don't understand this, and patients end up getting horribly overdosed. When patients overdose, the extra testosterone is converted to estrogen. Estrogen levels increase. Also, quite often, the red blood cell count increases. Doctors commonly will add a drug to block the estrogen or recommend phlebotomies to remove the excess blood. So if you're a man on testosterone and your doctor is measuring blood levels or putting you on a drug to block estrogen or recommending phlebotomies, you really do need to see me.
Visit him online, michaelpvarvarismd.com. As he says, make your body great again.
So it's almost time for Florida snowbirds to migrate back to their northern homes. Will you be heading home soon? Please consider donating any of your unopened pantry items before you leave town and be part of Lee County's 3rd annual Donated Not Wasted Food Rescue. From Monday, March 22nd through Monday, April 5th, you can drop off unopened canned or dry goods at any library or any Lee County Recreation Center. Additional collection containers are located at the 6 Mile Cypress Slough and the Lee County Solid Waste's Topaz Court Household Chemical Waste Facility. So as you prepare to leave for the season, please consider being part of this effort to reduce food waste in Southwest Florida. Please join Lee County government as they partner with Harry Chapin Food Bank, Fox 4, Waste Pro, and libraries of Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach to rescue food that might otherwise end up in the waste stream and instead get that food to hungry people. Donated, not wasted. Lee County's Food Rescue, March 22nd through April 5th. Be part of it.
These grapes are great. Hey, grocery guy, are these fresh?
You should know. You've eaten enough of them.
I always sample the grapes.
You've practically eaten a whole bag, sir.
So what are you going to do about it, grocery guy?
What's your head while getting in the squad car, sir?
Well, officer, I thought the grapes were free.
At Rock Solid, your sink is free, along with free bathroom countertop materials. Just pay for installation when you get kitchen countertops.
Grapes aren't free, but bathroom countertop materials are at Rock Solid.
JNC Boulevard, Naples, rocksolidnaples.com or 596-7676. Rock Solid, where you always get more.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Your 9-year-old car just hit 100,000 miles. You don't know whether to smile and pat the dash with pride or to cry because your trade-in value just went down even further and you're so ready for an upgrade. Don't cry. Bring it to Naples Nissan and get the full original MSRP for it. That's right. Whatever your trade-in was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's what Naples Nissan will give you for it. And voila, you get to drive home in a brand new Nissan. All vehicle types, all vehicle brands, regardless of where you bought it from, or if you bought it new or used. If your trade-in is a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan today. Get full details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Hey, Dave, what's that rattling?
Air conditioner. Always does that.
Sounds bad.
Getting worse lately.
That's not good.
Like the whole house is shaking.
Distracting.
Probably causing internal damage. I mean, it's all connected. The beams, the floors, the foundation, shaking and shaking all day and night.
Dave.
Only question is when. When will my house crumble to the ground in a massive pile of rubble with my stupid, broken air conditioner rattling away on top of it?
Dave! So, what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, someone comes out right away, fixes whatever's wrong with it. Maybe it lasts another few years.
That's best?
Sure, but...
That's Best. Best Home Services. They always have 4 AC trucks standing by waiting for last-minute repair calls.
Really? Hate to build a new house over this.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Maybe I should have called them last year.
Maybe you should have.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing and Gutters. Get your mind out of the gutters. We are proud to announce the addition of our seamless aluminum gutter division. Contact our team for your free quote. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Rockstar Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. That's right, Cupcake, 0% annual percentage rate and financing terms that can save you thousands on interest. Over 300 new and used Harleys in stock at Rockstar Harley, ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week.
Ooh.
That's right, Sugar Dumpling. Buy a Harley and pay 0 interest. Rockstar Harley-Davidson is the #1 volume Harley dealer in Florida. It's the best time to buy at Rockstar Harley.
Unapproved without credit and someday. Trey Radel is on 92.5 Fox News.
That's me clearing my throat, people. You know what it is? I got buttons and knobs and blinking lights and clicks and mouses and keyboards. I'm looking at 3 keyboards in front of me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different screens and phone lines.
I was going to say, plus your computer, that's 6 screens, plus a phone.
Oh,
plus,
yeah.
I mean, it's, yeah. There's room for more, though.
Yeah. My phone.
Yeah.
That people send me texts while I'm on air as well.
Yeah, thanks for distracting him, folks.
You talking about this? Our phone lines are open. We've got a long segment here. If you want to call in, you got to do it now. And I know that there's one of you listening who's been drinking heavily, and you got something to get off your chest about how terrible this show is. Give us a call, 239-479-5592. Anything you want to talk about, anything you want to ask, anything you want to sound off on, things that we have not covered at all this week that you want to state, get off your chest, or ask questions about, call. Let's go to Gordon in Naples. Hello, Gordon. Hello, Gordon. I don't know. You know? Hello, TJ in Naples. What's up, TJ? Oh, we're having a phone issue, aren't we? It's not Gordon or TJ. Because I don't think the two people. We did have
Hello.
some. Whoa, it was them. It was
well,
you
said,
people.
You said my name, Trey. You said TJ. I didn't know who Gordon was, but I was listening for him.
Yeah. But you're TJ, and
yes, I am.
I'm you.
TJ from Naples.
Hey, what's up, TJ in Naples?
Hey, Trey, I wanted to tell you why I tune in to you every day. Half the time, I don't agree with
I'm losing you.
Libertarian in you is awfully liberal from my point of view. But then again, on the flip side of that token, your conservative point of view is a very observative point of view that I always relate to. And I wanted to thank you
real quick though. Here's
for your
First of all,
recent topic. Sorry.
First of all, I don't know how the hell you listen to this show every day or listen to my annoying voice every day, but thank you. But when you talk about libertarian and conservative, the problem I have is everybody's got a different definition of what that means. If you go ask 10 people what conservatism is, to define being conservative, you get 10 different answers. And oftentimes with libertarian too. I mean, you have some people, what's it mean to be libertarian? And they're like, anarchists. They want total anarchy. They want 4-year-olds smoking weed. It's all about weed. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
I feel like you don't sway too far towards liberal in your libertarianism. And I feel like that's very helpful. And I wanted to thank you for a conversation topic that you've been bringing up the last couple of days.
Okay, what's that?
With reminding my liberal friends what happened to you.
Yeah.
Like, where are you guys right now? Like, this is the time you're supposed to be fighting for free speech. You're supposed to be fighting for our country and our freedoms. But you're silent, and you're letting it get out of control. I felt like it was a really good topic, and I thank you for bringing that up.
I appreciate it. This is, I often draw on either my own life experience. I also love to bring up pop culture. And TJ, you listen, you hear me, dropping references to everyone from Public Enemy, Rage Against the Machine, Fight the Power, Rage Against.
I'm 43.
Yeah, we're the same age. Yeah, basically the same age. Yeah. And so, dude, when we were coming up, that is one of the things that I thought Republicans lacked when I would hear I'm a Democrat and I believe in free speech at all costs. Look, even something like you should be able to burn the flag. Yeah, liberals now. I think that there's a little funny irony in the liberals of today saying, you should be able to burn the flag, but Fox News should not be on the air. But when you have AOC talking about an actual federal government oversight of free speech, it's freaking appalling. And the Democrats should be appalled by this. And you know who else should be is the ACLU. But they are radio silent. And now you got me all wound up again, TJ. Yeah, it's scary, man. And it's really just sad.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trey, all I can do right now is just put my best foot forward and keep tuning in to hear different point of views from you and spread those amongst the people that I know in my little bubble over here in Naples, Florida.
TJ, I appreciate the call, my man, on this Freestyle Friday. Let's go to John in Lehigh. Hello, John. You're on the drive.
Hey, Trey. I was cleaning a pool out on Captiva for a pair of rich liberals, and the lady's talking to me, and she says she has an identical pool at her villa in the south of France. She then has the audacity, the unmitigated gall, to start talking about how she's lowering her carbon footprint.
Dude, if you've listened to this show anytime, you know one of my biggest...
His and her Teslas.
Yeah. White, wealthy liberals are the freaking worst. They're the worst!
She's growing strawberries and tomatoes.
Please, keep it going, keep it going.
She's got an identical pool in the south of France at her other house. And her husband designed the pool.
Nice.
But I was happy to talk to her because she had a nice figure and she was wearing a bikini. But she went on and on about her
hold on, though. You just
footprint.
turned this into like a plot that I may or may not have seen on the internet. The pool boy shows up and the woman starts prancing around anyway.
Yeah. I'm gay, but I ain't that gay.
You've called him before, haven't you?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I wonder if those two Teslas. I wonder if those two Teslas offset the keeping 20,000 square feet of two houses under air.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was it a big ass house?
It's a giant house, and he has a hydraulic lift for the Teslas. I guess he works on them himself.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you about my pool in the south of France, how I'm offsetting my carbon footprint.
By growing strawberries and tomatoes. and driving a Tesla.
Oh my gosh. And you look at their lifestyle and they are what we're really talking about here are one percenters. Undoubtedly. I mean, I don't know who these people are, but if you've got a home in Captiva that I'm going to guess that it's probably 10 to 20,000 square feet, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, the costs for everything that go with that house are absurd. And then you look at what they're doing in France.
Heating the pool.
Yeah. What is that, Bill?
They've got an electric heater and a propane heater for the pool, so they can get that spa 100 degrees on the coldest day in Florida.
Oh my God!
But she's growing strawberries and tomatoes.
So it's all good.
Tesla.
It's all good.
She's offsetting it. Yeah.
I am driving.
She's got this sign in the front yard that kind of explains she's a real liberal. It says all lives or Black Lives Matter, women's rights, or I don't know if you've seen this sign. Women's rights are human rights. No person is illegal. Love is love. They've got a bunch of those out on the island.
I mean,
in people's front yards.
Look, what you've just illustrated to us is the just absolute blind ignorance of someone's own lifestyle and how their beliefs and what they preach, and by the way, what they vote for. The way that they vote to, essentially enact what Biden wants to do through an infrastructure plan or the Green New Deal. And what they're doing is taking control of the economy. And the only people that get hurt in these government schemes and plans that are supposedly going to help the environment, when there's, by the way, no real clear science about, even if the government absolutely took over, just jacked everything in the economy and began doing what they want to do, how much it would even reverse global warming, if at all. And who gets screwed? It's the middle class and poor get absolutely screwed over by the government. And this woman has no idea about, I mean, the level of disconnect. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
She's standing there in a bikini with her giant fake boobies talking about her carbon footprint and her pool in the south of France.
Pretty observant for a gay man here. What else you want to?
Well, I've been drinking vodka, and the show is terrible.
Oh, dude.
Nice. Very nice.
John, oh, man, this has been a great call, and in part because it picks on people who should be picked on. The wealthy white liberal, the most hypocritical people in America today. Whether it's John Kerry maskless, John Kerry evading taxes, John Kerry, having his 5 different homes, spending God knows what kind of money, leaving a massive carbon footprint, flying to go get an award for helping the environment in a private plane. It just goes on and on and on. And that is just... This is golden, just great stuff, John. So I'm curious about you. You own your own company?
No, I work for somebody.
And do you travel all over Southwest Florida doing this?
Strictly Sanibel Captiva.
Oh, so that's like a territory type deal.
We build them, we remodel them, we clean them.
Oh wow. Oh, that's cool. And so. Come on, give me another story. Like, have you ever had a woman like approach you like, the pool boy's here?
No, but I do turn on my Grindr app when I'm out there.
To go while you're working in the day, like if you get a lunch break or something, dude?
Yeah, I mean, at least, you meet some wealthier people.
Oh, and you go meet dudes. Have you ever met anybody?
I'm joking a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. There's a little truth to that, isn't there, John?
Mm-hmm.
Busting out an app, meeting dudes, meeting wealthy sugar daddies.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of vodka are you drinking, John?
Platinum.
Nice.
7 times distilled.
And are you mixing it with anything?
Oh, straight up.
Ice?
Vodka, straight up. Thank you.
A vodka on the rocks? Any?
Maybe a couple ice cubes. Not you don't want You want to taste
we don't
it,
want to mess it up, you know. Yeah.
John,
you want to taste it.
This has been a phenomenal call, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll let you get back to it, Trey.
My man, take care. Have a great weekend. Oh, you know, just
Confessions
imagine
of
that woman.
the Pool Boy.
Yeah.
On 92.5.
Like, I'm just envisioning the woman too. You know, like it's the middle of the day. She's got a martini in her hand. She's half naked. Have I told you about my pool over in southern France? It's over near Nice and Cannes. Not Cannes, Cannes. That's the proper pronunciation. I was hanging out with Clooney and the boys over there, you know, before COVID, before lockdown. And we flew first class, Virgin. Then when we got to France, we took our private plane from Paris to Nice, Cannes. You ever flown into their airport? Have you ever been on the French Riviera in the springtime? It really is wonderful. So as I got out of my private jet, I took a Tesla to my 50,000 square foot home on the French Riviera.
The small one.
Yes. And made sure that we took our Tesla because we were concerned about the carbon footprint in between my private jet and my 50,000 square foot home. Oh, that's just, it just embodies everything that's wrong with the wealthy white liberal. God, I wish a wealthy white liberal would call in. Gordon in Naples, I've got a few minutes. What's up?
Hey, sorry I lost you there for a minute. I went through a bad area, Trey. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
I just had an investment question for you. I'm always looking for stuff to invest in, and I've noticed like the price of ammunition, especially law enforcement rounds,
is
like went up 400 to 600% over the last maybe 10 months or so. But I'm noticing you can still buy it in bulk from certain companies and get it down to about a 250%. Rise on that. Do you think it would be a good idea, even if you don't have weapons, maybe to invest in a bunch of like law enforcement type ammunition, or do you think it'll be going up more, or do you think it'll come back down to the regular prices?
So let me sound like a commercial here. I'm not a financial advisor and cannot give you financial advice on investments, securities, or anything of the sort. I'm not a lawyer either.
Well, was there any question Friday?
I know. I will tell you that I stocked up on ammo actually when COVID hit, and I panic bought, and I looked at myself I'm like, you're an idiot. Why don't you just have this stuff anyway? But you know what? I'm happy I did because I went and I cleaned my firearm. I changed the mags. You know I didn't want the springs overloaded with anything, let them breathe a little. I don't even know the importance of all of that, but, I do it. And I will say I just don't think that Biden is going to have the votes for gun control. And what signifies that to me is that Biden has very openly stated that is not a priority for him. It could be. We've got 4 years here, but he is looking at all of these other enormous deals to slam them through what's called budget reconciliation. It's just where he just needs a majority, not a 60-vote threshold. And they're what they're doing is just pilfering the freaking country and your grandchildren and their grandchildren for years to come to just spend on these ridiculous projects under the name of guys like an infrastructure plan when it's not really about that at all. So we'll see. I mean, I think that some of the prices are going to come back down. So I just don't see that getting through, an agenda coming to the Senate floor. Now, after 22, we'll see. Gordon, I appreciate the call. That about does it. And music's going to kick in. Man, I love these Fridays. I love chatting with you. I didn't even get let me just play this.
So say it with me. Si se puede. The future is ours. Thank you.
She means si se puede, which is something that, if you've heard any Democrat speak, that was Joe Biden. by the way, the flag behind her looked like a Nazi flag. I mean, like, was the closest thing you could ever imagine. This isn't just my mind. So just think about that. This is the White House. This is the freaking First Lady. Complete control of everything, and everything goes bad. And these people want to run your lives. Something to think about this weekend. Trey Radio host, the driver, Ian Katrina. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye now. Back Monday.
92.5 Fox News.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her voice was shaking. She